Water, drills, and lots of tape. The manager bread and butter. As a manager, you help the team succeed in any way that you can, and you help coaches by making sure that practices and games run smoothly. A manager can help take care of equipment, perform drills, and even perform basic first aid. A good manager is a valuable asset. Most of you know what a manager is by observing one at a game or playing a sport that has a manager, and I believe it's important for people to understand, to better understand what managers do, because it'll help you better appreciate them. And personally, I manage because I find it fulfilling to help other people and to help the team succeed. Now, let's get started with our first drill. One drill that I help with as a manager is the cowboy drill. I'm responsible for setting it up, helping perform it, and cleaning it up. And the first step to setting it up is to finding a good place to do it. So you want the ground to be nice and flat and not have too many holes. And as you can see, to save time, I already set up the bags. The bags should be about 2 feet apart. And for this, you're also going to want to set up cones. And the cones should be about like 12 to 18 inches out to each side and about a foot or two back, like that, and it should be about even. So there are two jobs of the cowboy drill. There's the stepper here and the bag holder. I'll be doing the bag holder. So for the stepper, you should be ready for the player to come across the bags, and as they come across the bags, decide which way you'll be stepping. So Noelle's going to be our player, and she's going to start to come across, and as the player reaches the end of the bags, they're going to lunge in a direction, like so. So when you're lunging, you want to make sure that you step all the way to the cone and exaggerate the movement, and the player will go around the other way. So that's how you do that, and Noelle, you want to do it again from the middle. So as you see, she's coming across the bags, and as she gets to the end, Hannah will lunge and exaggerate the movement. Now the second step will be the bag holder. As the bag holder, you're going to stand behind the stepper about a couple feet back, and to hold the bag, you're going to slip your right arm through the top two straps like so, and grip the bottom strap with your left hand. So you'll stand behind, and Noelle's going to come back again. And these are the two parts of the same drill. So as she comes around, I'm going to plant my feet to give myself support, and then lunge with the bag in front of me, and she's going to roll off, because that's the point of the drill for the players. And then I'm also going to reset and be prepared for the next player, and Hannah and I will both do that, as the stepper and the ball, bag holder, my bad. And so we're going to use the bags again for another drill called the ball flipping drill. I know we have very clever names. So we won't need the cones for this one. And I'm going to take the football, and I'm going to stand in line with the center bag, a couple feet back, and Noelle's going to come across as a player, and as she reaches the center bag, I'm going to toss the ball to her. And this can be done, and this can be done in multiple ways. The tossing can. The tossing can be a chest pass, which is just pushing your arm straight out, or a ball flip where you hold it from the bottom and flip it up, or just a plain underhand toss like so. Okay, and then you're going to prepare to catch the ball or chase it and repeat like Noelle demonstrated earlier. So now it's time to clean up and put away the equipment after the drill. So you're going to begin by picking up the bags one by one, and Noelle's going to demonstrate for me. And when you're picking up the bags, you want to be sure to utilize your entire arm space. So as you can see, she's pushing the bags all the way up to her elbow, so she can carry as many as possible. Although it's not necessary to have these skills, it's really helpful, and it'll get the job done faster and easily. And then you just put away the equipment in the storage area, which is over there, but we're not going to do that because that takes way too much time. Okay, and then from cleaning up equipment to cleaning up for basic injuries, we're going to move to basic first aid. So imagine you have a minor injury on Hannah's arm, pun intended. First things first, if you don't know how to fix the injury or like clean it, ask a coach to be sure, because safety first. And so when you're cleaning it, you're going to want to use either like an antibacterial wipe or water if that's all you have. So I'm going to spray it with water so it gets nice and clean, and then I'm going to wrap it in pre-wrap, and you want to keep it nice and smooth as you're going around. So you're going to wrap it around a couple times, keeping it nice and smooth, and then when you reach the end, you're going to rip it, and then place tape to make sure that it stays. When you're doing the tape, you want to make sure it's tight, but not too tight, because you don't want the player to be uncomfortable while they're playing. So you make sure that you ask them if it's too tight. Is that tight enough?
It's good.
And then you rip the tape with it and send them on their way. So you're good to go. So there are many parts to being a manager, but for me, it's the biggest part is helping others. And the key part to being a good manager is to have a good attitude and to always do it with a smile and be happy to be able to help others. And for more managing tips, you can refer to your manager's do's and don'ts handout. So a manager can help in a variety of ways, such as cleaning up equipment, helping with drills, and even basic first aid. They help with a variety of activities and make sure that games and practices run smoothly. And personally, for me, being a good manager is just about having a good attitude.
Thank you very much. Let's give him a round of applause.